When Lionel Messi loses his cool, things can spiral out of control from heated exchanges to near brawls. Here are 10 of Messi's angriest moments. And first up, we start with one of the most unforgettable Champions League clashes: Barcelona versus Liverpool in the 2019 semi-finals. After Barcelona had won the first leg 3-0, Messi was on a mission to finish the job at Anfield. But Liverpool had other plans. The defenders knew they had to neutralize Messi, who had been on fire, scoring a brace in the previous match. Enter Andy Robertson, who was tasked with marking Messi all evening. Robertson wasn't just defending, though he made things personal at one point. Robertson delivered a cheeky push on Messi's head, sending the Argentine into a frenzy. Messi was furious, pleading with the referee to issue a yellow card. But despite his frustration, the night would end in heartbreak for Barcelona, as Liverpool staged one of the greatest comebacks in Champions League history. Winning 4-0 and knocking Barcelona out, Robertson may have gotten away with provoking Messi that time. But not everyone is so lucky when Messi gets angry. Take João Felix, for example. When Atletico Madrid faced Barcelona in the 2019 Spanish Super Cup final, tensions boiled over. Atletico's strategy was simple: crowd Messi, rough him up, and throw him off his game. Messi took exception to Felix's antics, and what started as a verbal exchange nearly escalated into a full-blown fight on the pitch. Jordi Alba and João Felix had gotten into a heated argument during the 2019 Spanish Super Cup final. Messi was just passing by, casually observing the situation, when he heard Felix say something incredibly disrespectful about Alba. As Barcelona's captain, Messi wasn't about to let that slide. He approached Felix, trying to defuse the situation with a word of warning. But Felix wasn't backing down. What started as a tense exchange quickly escalated, and Messi's teammates had to intervene to separate the two before things got physical. The message was clear: Messi would always stand up for his teammates, no matter what. Felix is lucky things didn't go further, unlike what happened with Malaga's manager, Vicente Moreno, just a few months earlier back in 2019. During a La Liga match between Barcelona and Mallorca, Messi was fouled hard on the touchline just before halftime. As Messi tried to get back up, Moreno made the unthinkable mistake of accusing Messi of diving and faking the injury. Messi's temper flared. He snapped back at Moreno, telling him to cut it out, but the manager kept pushing, taunting Messi all the way to the break. When the second half started, Messi was a man on a mission, but he was locked in, and everyone knew what was coming. Messi responded in the most savage way possible by putting on a masterclass. He scored a hat trick, leaving Moreno humiliated and silent. That's what happens when you mess with the GOAT. Moreno wasn't the only manager to pay for his insults. There's another story, one that went beyond football. In 2022, former Argentine star Jorge Cami. Barcelona fans, including a young Lionel Messi, idolized one of the club's most creative players, Juan Roman Riquelme. But things took a bitter turn when Barcelona switched managers. The new coach, Louis van Gaal, didn't see eye to eye with Riquelme, freezing him out of the team before eventually selling him to Villarreal. This move left Messi heartbroken, as Riquelme was one of his heroes. Messi never forgot the sting of that decision. Messi can be a savage, no doubt, but sometimes he might need to calm down before he picks a fight with guys twice his size like Mario Mandzukic. During the 2017 Champions League quarterfinals, Barcelona was down 3-0 against Juventus. Messi was having an off game, and when the ball was headed out of play, both he and Mandzukic chased it. But Mandzukic aggressively shoved Messi aside, and Messi wasn't happy about it. He even shoved Mandzukic back. Luckily, the Juventus striker calmly explained himself, diffusing the situation before it escalated. But not all Messi's confrontations were so friendly. Take the 2015 friendly match between Barcelona and AS Roma, for example. Messi was in the zone, playing so hard that he ignored the ref's whistle after a foul and kept dribbling into the box. Roma's Mapuyanga Mbiwa wasn't impressed and squared up to Messi. Things nearly got ugly, with both players ready to throw down. Fortunately, Messi's teammates stepped in before it turned into a full-blown fight, but it was clear that sometimes Messi's temper flares regardless of who's in front of him. Fast forward 20 years to the 2022 World Cup in Qatar. Messi found himself preparing to face Van Gaal's Netherlands in the quarterfinals. The tension between them resurfaced when Van Gaal, ahead of the match, made it personal. In a pre-game interview, Van Gaal accused Messi of being lazy, claiming he didn't work hard enough off the ball, and that his team always had to carry him. Van Gaal also boasted that his Dutch squad had a plan to stop Messi. Messi heard every word, and though he could have clapped back in his own press conference, he chose to do what he does best: speak with his performance on the field when Messi scored in the game. He made sure Van Gaal was the first to know about it, celebrating right in front of the Dutch bench. It was a direct message: you don't disrespect the GOAT. But Van Gaal wasn't the only one to get under Messi's skin that night. Another Dutch player, Wout Weghorst, had been a thorn in Messi's side. Despite starting as a sub, Weghorst made an immediate impact when he came on, scoring 2 late goals to send the game into extra time. But it wasn't just his goals that caught Messi's attention. Weghorst had been antagonizing Argentina's players throughout his brief time on the pitch. Messi, ever the fierce competitor, wasn't having it after Argentina eventually triumphed in the penalty shootout. Tension still ran high. Weghorst lingered in the tunnel. Years, Messi and Ramos have shared some of the most legendary battles in football, from Champions League semifinals to countless El Clásicos. Every time they faced off, it was heated. But nothing compares to their clash in 2018. By then, Messi knew exactly what to expect from Ramos, a player known for his rough, no-nonsense defending. After years of being on the receiving end of Ramos' aggressive tackles, Messi had enough. This time, before Ramos could even get a chance to foul him, Messi struck first with a brutal challenge, sending a message. Ouch. But Ramos is no stranger to the dark arts of football. After getting hit hard by Messi, he was out for revenge. The very next season, when they met again, Ramos made sure Messi paid for his actions with a vicious tackle that looked downright painful. And of course, Messi wasn't one to take it quietly. The two went head-to-head, exchanging fiery words and intense stares. Yet, in a surprising twist, years later, Messi and Ramos ended up on the same team. Ramos admitted that he respected Messi as a professional and even preferred playing with him rather than against him. Still, you can bet Messi hasn't forgotten all those fouls over the years. And who knows, maybe the only way Ramos could fully earn Messi's forgiveness is by hitting that subscribe button on FC Freak.